Sarah Seitz here with EssentialHomeandGarden.com. Today we'll be unboxing the hOmelabs 1400 BTU portable air conditioner. Inside your box you're going to find your AC unit along with all of the components you'll need to hook this up through your window. Inside your manual bag you're going to find your remote, drainage tube, batteries, hardware, and then your cord wrap, which will just install on the back of your AC unit. To get your AC set up, you're going to start with that cord wrap that came in your manual bag. Just snap that into place into the receiver right above the cord there. The next thing you're going to want to do is get your ducting ready. So if you got the smaller piece, this is the one that connects to your AC. The end with the tabs on it is the one that you're going to connect over either end of your ducting. Just slowly slide that into place until you hear those tabs snap. And flip it over, and then you're going to install your larger piece. This is your window connector. Now the wider end is the one that's going to go over the tube here. Again, slide that into place until you hear it snap. All three ends. Alright. Now to attach this to your AC, take the smaller end. You're going to look for this little tab. It's just going to be on one side there. And then kind of slide that into place into the hole, and everything's just going to snap right in. Starts pretty easy. And then install your window adapter into your window. That can go vertically or horizontally. And then there's also a bracket that'll keep your window from sliding any farther open, as well as a bunch of insulation you can use as needed. The other piece you're going to want to install up front if you plan on using the dehumidifier function is this drainage tube. Now this goes right here next to the ducting. You're going to unscrew this cap and pull out this small rubber piece, and then your tube is just going to fit right over this inner nozzle. Get that in there nice and secure. Now you can either place this over a drain if you're going to be using it in your basement, or you're going to have to provide some kind of water receptacle if you're using it in a bedroom or any place like that. Now let's take a look at some of the features on this AC. First thing you'll notice is this upper air intake. This is a washable filter, so you can pull down on this tab here. This filter comes out so you can easily clean off all the hair on it, get it vacuumed up, put it back in place. It just snaps right back in. Now that's one of 3 filters on this that does come out and is washable. The second one is down here. You'll notice this tab. Now this one's a little tricky. You're going to pull it out, but you're just going to pull once you get that end unhooked. So it actually comes out of this side here. So that's a little confusing. It's not well explained in the manual, but that's how that's going to work. And then you have this third filter that's actually on this side here that just pulls out using this tab. All of these can be washed for easy maintenance. No need to replace those. And then once they're dry, you can just slip them back into place. And your AC is going to be all ready to go. Now this one is a little bit tricky. Just make sure you secure it in there, smash it flat, and there you go. Now let's take a look at the control panel. First button you're going to see here is this blue one. That's the power button. Next to that is your mode button. You can choose between cooling, drying, fan only, or this one, which is your auto mode. When your auto mode is on, it's going to automatically kick on the fan and the compressor to cool the air in the room to your selected temperature. Next is this sleep mode. Now this is an interesting function. What this does is slowly increases your set temperature, so by 1 degree every half an hour over the course of the night, so that you're using less energy to keep the room cool overnight. Once it hits 7 hours, it will return to your original set temperature and cool the room back down, so it's nice and cool when you get up in the morning. Next mode you'll see here is the timer function. Now this has an on timer and an off timer, so you can set the amount of time that passes before the machine turns on, as well as the amount of time that's going to pass before the machine turns itself off again. So that's nice if you're away from home throughout the day and you need to keep it cool at those heat times in the afternoon. But you can also use these separately. So if you just want it to come on In the morning, right before you wake up, you can set that auto on function from half an hour, all the way up to 24 hours. Or you can turn it on and then set when it's going to turn off automatically. Again, by the half an hour up to 24 hours. Next to that is your fan function. So you can set your fan to low or high. You also have the option to set it to continuous. And what that'll do is just run the fan even after the compressor turns off. If continuous mode isn't on, then the fan will automatically turn off with the compressor. And if none of these are illuminated, it just means fan is in auto mode. So it's going to turn to low or high depending on your set temperature for the room. The last button on here is the swing button. What this does is it allows you to control this swing door that opens up when you power on the machine. So normally if you power that on, it's going to open all the way to let that air out. But at any point as it's opening, you can actually push this button to stop the door, and that allows you to control the angle that the air comes out of the machine. The last thing on the control panel here is the display screen with the up or down controls. Now this actually controls a lot of things depending on what mode you're in. So if you're in auto cool, this is where you'll set your target temperature. You can set it anywhere between 62 degrees Fahrenheit and 86 degrees Fahrenheit. This is where you'll also control your humidity levels. If you're in the auto dry mode, you can set your target humidity level here between 35% and 85%. And then this is also where you're going to control your timer. So as I said, you can set this for half an hour periods between 30 minutes and 24 hours for when the machine will turn on, as well as when it will turn off, depending on what mode you're in. So that's our overview of the hOmelabs 1400 BTU portable air conditioner. To see the full review, please go to essentialhomeandgarden.com. Also, please like this video, subscribe, and let us know what you think in the comments below.